distracted by so many different things. I mean, those truths of that day that we recognize today, those truths from that day is the same today. They don't change with our circumstances of life, but they change us in the midst of those circumstances. They do not eliminate our difficulties and problems. They see us through the difficulties and the problems. They do not, listen, they do not turn time back. They take us to the first day of the week. In an early morning, at dawn, they say, this is a brand new day. Look at verse 13. Now, behold, two of them were traveling the same day to a village called Emmaus, which was 7 miles from Jerusalem. And they talked together of what the things that had happened. And so it was, while they conversed and reasoned, that Jesus, say Jesus. Jesus himself drew near and went with them. But their eyes were restrained, so they did not know him. In other words, they were so distraught. They were still overwhelmed with grief. They were still, they were distracted with heartache. Their teacher, their friend, is dead. So they believe. Listen, our lifestyle and how we speak to one another reveals where our heart is. You see, their hearts were still in the tomb. Their hearts were still at Jesus, who died on the cross and went to the grave. Their heart was in death, not in life. And they did not recognize that life had just showed up, walking right beside them. There he was. And so they did not know him. And he said to them, listen to this. What kind of conversation is this that you have with one another as you walk and are sad? What's going on with you guys? And then one whose name was Cleopas answered and said to him, are you the only stranger in Jerusalem? Wait a minute. Are you the only stranger? Look and write it. Are you the only stranger? Maybe you're here this morning and you need to recognize something. You just like this man here, so before we think anything negative of him, of Cleopas, we might be like Cleopas. Jesus is right amongst us. He's right here with us, yet still we don't recognize his presence. We don't feel him here. In the midst of our circumstances, in the midst of our heartache, in the midst of our brokenness, we can't recognize him because we're so overwhelmed. Are you the only stranger in Jerusalem? And have you not known the